Okay. Good morning, everybody. Hello. I am a little early on my feed this morning, mostly because I am so excited. I absolutely love what I am doing with my life since I decided to put everything on the line, stand up, do it, jump in head first. It was crazy. It's been unbelievable. And so, bottom line is, I want to share how I did it. And the best way to do that is to just put it into action, put it into gear, because that's what I wanted to do. Okay. So if you're with me so far, please subscribe, please comment. This is an interactive classroom workshop, art studio, printing press, chemical laboratory, like a catalyst lab. Okay. They also say it's like a hub because I bring so many different things together and plug it all in and then shake it up and then let it out, which is amazing because the magic that can happen in a couple of hours, if you are willing to stop and take a couple of minutes, take a couple of hours to really figure what you want out of life. You got to figure that out. Okay. So, good morning again. Let me kind of jump down a minute because I am excited and this is scary for me. I have to push past my fears. And so being honest and being real about what's happening in the world, I think is the first thing that we really have to do. And so first rules here in my beautiful paradise, and I'll show you more of it as I'm walking around this morning, but the first rules have to be respect and truth. And so if you are upset, if you are running around in life worried, bills are mounting up, somebody's saying hi. Good morning. Thank you. I'm glad. I love this stream because I can catch people and start the conversation. So good morning. Here's my question. If you are feeling stressed, if you're going through life, somebody's saying hello from Asperger saying, I apologize. I can't really see it very well. And my geography isn't that great in that part of the world. So thank you for joining me. I welcome views from all over the world. And please subscribe, please share. This is part of what I am starting. Okay. I have to even catch myself because I've been nervous doing all the research and all of the planning that goes into a really major endeavor. Okay. I'm going to call this an endeavor, right? Because changing your life and really focusing on what you do best is really impersonal. It's very focused. You have to be very perspective oriented. And so, awesome. You have to be able to focus not only on the things that you can control, your words, your actions, your mind, this mindset. I'm even going to say right now, here's my tip, mindset. Okay. Controlling your thinking, understanding your perspective and your opinion is different from somebody else's opinion, somebody else's perspective, and even the how much you're looking at something. If you're looking at something just very surface level, very fast, very me, that's different than if you really stop and think and look at it from different people's perspectives and different time perspectives. Things like, how does this affect young people? And how does it affect somebody my age, midlife, 40, 50, 60-year-old? And how does that then affect somebody, our elders, our parents and grandparents? Because all three of us, those three generations, all have our own opinions. Okay. And one of the things that I really have been focused on, and part of my own transformation, I used to teach high school in Tampa, Florida. as to what do I specialize in doing, help their inner gifts, their strengths, their creativity, your own genius. Because I admit it, the schools didn't do a great job of matching up people's genius to what the job market framework was. That whole push to colleges and the whole I don't want to talk about that. I want to move forward. Okay. And so this is my here we go moving forward. Okay. I am a teacher, I'm a historian, I'm a sociologist, I'm a researcher. I've been writing and inventing and testing. So this is this testing phase and this like, is it really gonna work? Okay. Because I have this knowledge that I'm trying to put into the simplest steps. Okay. And it's about your mindset and being able to understand that first point of your perspective and your opinion and being able to control that. And then being able, frankly, to analyze it means you have to be able to step back from it and then kind of say, I see where I went wrong in that bad decision. And I have to be humble enough with myself to then say, let's change that because I want to be better. So I'm going to have to stop doing this because it's the wrong formula. It's the wrong combination. It's bad math. It's faulty logic. And so as an English teacher, when I teach people how to make an argument and how to put their ideas together into what they're thinking, this reasoning step, it's reading standard number 6 and reading standard number 8. I'm looking for the teachers that know what I'm talking about because we really have to have just a simple little like refresher. This is sort of just a little skills refresher. So here I am in my garden. This is my whole big concept is that when you come out to somewhere different, let me move this. Let's go. Here we go. So for example, when you go somewhere different, like let me just even shift it this way. Okay. We're just going to shift this way so that you can see kind of outside. See out there? Sure. So even taking this, your view right now, you can't see me. You can only see the garden. I forced you into changing your perspective, your vision of what you were looking at. And I'm going to ask you to kind of step back from what you're thinking all the time and really put it to a test of what's your different perspective. So I'm doing this at night in a place I'm calling the station, especially focusing on our biggest problem, I think, in our society and a civics lesson. I used to teach civics as well as English. Let me get this focus back again, right? So as a teacher, this is me being low tech. I live out here in beautiful Puerto Rico, but I don't always have power and I don't always have the internet. And so this is my experiment. I'm living and breathing it. And I'm really here on the ground in Puerto Rico for the local people to help figure out what they want to do. So local, hello, Puerto Rico, good morning. As always, I'm here in beautiful Camuy Arriba up on the mountain. And I'm trying to figure out some really big problems. So here's where I'm at with this. And let me kind of put this up for a second, if I can. And that I think that we go through life. So here's where I'm at. I think we go through life with the, like I was saying, this sort of stuff around us, our fears of the past or our ideas of what should have been, or they're never going to be like that. Those kinds of grand statements, okay? And being respectful with ourselves, first off. I'm an English teacher. Awesome. Hello, someone's saying thank you and working on their English. I'm working on my Spanish, so I appreciate acquiring that second language. And people who are bilingual, I think, are so intelligent in a way that I really appreciate. And that this is about doing some critical thinking and really being able to analyze how you think. So again, back to my tip this morning is about your mindset and being able to really stop and get a grip on your mind if it is running on an anxiety kind of thing. Because it's understandable. There's a bunch of anxiety in the world. I have anxiety. That's why I'm out here doing art all the time. And that's what we're doing here. Excuse me. That's what I'm doing here as part of my catalyst. This too, I too am working on, I'm a work in progress. So here's what I'd love some feedback on. I got somebody here with me. Okay. I'm trying to explain how you run down this road of life. And I'll back it up in a second, but let me just play this, right? From the past, we've been running from our childhood. We're running through life here and we're not sure. We're lost. We're kind of like, what's up? And we've got all this anger and fear from the past, all of these behaviors, all of these actions and habits and stuff we do. And this is like this things you don't really realize you're carrying with you. All of that stuff, okay? And that over here on this side of the road, I've got those things that are really true to you and what you control. So your values and this stream of, I'm calling first up, respect and truth. And that I believe we all have respect and truth with us as we're going through life. But I think it's gotten kind of lost. And our words, all of our words have impact. They have meaning. Language is very powerful. I mean, look at when we start looking at poetry and how even those memes and those visual word pictures we've all been looking at all the time on Instagram. And that's blocking this sort of true purpose of where we're really trying to get at. In this, how do we get past that roadblock or past that situation that's holding us? Let me step back a second. Because this is a graphic I'm trying to work on. When I get the internet, I try to get online and get this working. Because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm genuinely here trying to put together the program. And so it's on Tuesday nights. And the website is betrayedbytrump.org. My compass that I've developed is a non-judgmental way for a person to decide if they're ready to even talk about this. I got another person saying hi. Awesome. Thanks. Subscribe, follow along with me. I'm trying to solve some really big problems that we're having in the United States, as well as now it's affecting the whole world. And so my tips I'm working on are mindset and controlling your mind, being able to separate yourself from all of that extra hooey of our egos, of our past, of our dreams, our hopes, our visions in a good way moving forward, and not being stuck in some anxiety of problems. So right now, case in point, I got something down here biting at my legs. Let me take a minute because I got to go find the bug spray. I'll be right back. Hold on. So okay. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. So in this, like I live it, I'm out here doing it. So here I am. And what are you doing compared to a finger pointing kind of thing? So when I make up this kind of a poster here, all right, so what are you doing? Your action. And people, this is again back to respecting yourself and being honest with yourself. Ask yourself really honestly, your words. What are you doing? Hello, what are you doing? And then if you really want to figure this out, here's where we're at. Here's the activity that we're doing in the station. This is my classroom mojo. Here we are. Because you've got to be able to even draw a line, make a list and draw a line. What's your point of view and what's their point of view? Because I can't even get people to agree on what the problem is. So how are we ever going to find a solution if we can't even agree on what the problem is? So this first step, can you define the problem? No. And can you give respect? Don't be assuming things. Stop this assumptions. Stop this fear of what people are or are not. Stop it. Which gets me to back again. I'm trying to figure this out. So here's my next one. Really separating out your side, their side. So are there other ways of looking at it? That's my first question. Because if you can't say no, there's two sides to every story, right? You've heard that. And these assumptions and these background stuff, you got to check with evidence, facts. Yeah, so in the activity, this is how the activity goes, and it's back and forth, and that this is about clearing up these false ideas, this stuff that's floating around in the air. It used to be in the past. It's like, okay, so can you put that aside for a minute? I recognize it, I respect it, and that's not what I want to talk about. Can you find stuff that you have in common? This is even trying to get to define the problem. So this is what I'm doing. And this is my morning arts time to be doing it here at my place. My fantasy has come true. It's here. I'm doing it. And so I can't wait to share it with everybody. Go check out the website. My website, joywestpress.com, has all the information. The books are all on Amazon. The links are all here below. Betrayedbytrump.org is the entry point for the compass and for the book's information. The station channel, Betrayed by Trump Guide, over on YouTube. Betrayed by Trump Guide on YouTube, Tuesday nights. And this is in gear. And that's my mindset. I am doing this. I'm doing it. I'm so excited. So thanks for sharing. Let's kind of walk out a second and enjoy the beautiful garden. This is why I'm here. And let's take a second here with my bougainvillea this morning. Let me check to see anybody else giving me messages. Here's my bougainvillea. Let them talk. There. Isn't that great? Actually, let me turn around so that I can see. Nope, you can't see anymore. Haha. Okay, that's funny. You caught me on my Ring camera thing now. I am very tech challenged. I really need people to come help me here in the garden. It is an invitation for Puerto Rico young people. Hello, young people here in Puerto Rico. I need you. I want you to help me. I want to help you. There's a couple of things that you missed in school. It's not your fault. There's no shame. There's no blame at all. This is totally about you stopping a minute and reflecting, gaining the strength of your ancestors and all of those situations that you've already conquered, right? And that life is a quest and we're in it to win it. So I've got the compass, I've got the station, I've got the catalyst, that's the art power that I've got going on here, and the treasury. Let's talk about that treasure chest, of course. How could you be in an oasis of paradise if you don't have your own treasure chest? So that's what this is really all about in a really big, life-changing way. And I'm on a world-changing way kind of mission. So bestlifequest.com is the new VIP entry point, bestlifequest.com. Okay, I'm building the invitation list out. I get so excited with my ideas, and even I have to stop and think and recalibrate what I'm about, where I'm at, focus on that true mission in me, because then I'm so excited. I jump up out of bed in the morning, fired up, ready to go. And I know I'm going to be successful because I'm following the patterns. I'm following the lessons that have come down through the ages. So I'm using history, I'm living history, and I'm making history, which is so cool. I absolutely love it. So thank you for listening this morning. I will be back. I'm trying to get myself back onto my schedule. I've been away gathering myself. So that's my tip. Mindset. Up to you. Gotta go. Bye. Okay, bye.